Hi guys, I'm back. Today we are going to make dinner, but a very special kind of dinner, not like the one that I always eat. We have rice and a few dishes. Today I'm going to make some kind of snacks called Arayes. It is Iraqi snacks that traditionally they use pita bread to fill up the pita bread, and then they just fry them raw. But to me, I find that eating raw meat can be a little bit tricky because some people, their stomach might not be strong enough to handle that parasite. So today I'm going to show you my way of doing it, but instead of using a pita bread, I'm going to be using this kind of normal bread that you have at home. So this is a recipe for somebody who has stuff at home, but you just don't want to keep piling up your stuff. And since we are going away, so I thought that we have to clear our refrigerator. So I'm thinking maybe I should do something about that. So if you're looking for some kind of recipes, something like this, you don't waste food, zero waste, you want to make sure that you use all the food instead of buying new one, and you want to be fast and easy and of course healthy. So this is a channel for you. If you're new here, do subscribe. The bread that I'm using is a whole wheat bread. This one I baked them myself some times ago. I just don't want to eat them because it's too much. So I usually like to freeze them and I put them in the refrigerator, and whenever I feel like eating them with sandwiches, I just take them out and I just make sandwiches and eat them. So the pita bread version, which is the Iraqi version, what they do is that with the whole pita bread, they just put the raw meat inside and then they just fry them like this, and on the top and on the bottom. For me, I felt like it is a bit risky, so I'm going to play the very safe type. So over here I have some elk meat. If you guys don't have elk meat, you can use beef or you can use chicken, but beware, chicken can be a little bit tricky too because you can't eat them raw. So that's why I'm using this method, so that you will not fall sick. So over here you can use any kind of meat, even if fish you can use them. I would love to try salmon one day, but since I have some minced meat here, so I'm going to be using this. What am I making? I'm making a Iraqi snack called Arayes. So let me just explain to you what are the things that we need. We need some egg. I'm going to season the meat first. But before I do that, let me explain to you what are the ingredients we need. Over here, I have some chopped shallot, finely chopped, about 2 fine shallot. And then I have some grated ginger. And I want to add just a tiny bit of water in here so I don't waste them. And then I'm going to add some grated cheese. So if you don't like cheese and if you are a bit sensitive for cheese, then you can quit this step. But I like the cheese. It gives this, it's like a glue. You glue everything together. And then over here I want to add some egg. 1 egg. And then for the seasoning, I like to put some parsley. Since I don't have fresh parsley, I'm going to be using dried parsley. So the best is still the fresh one. So some parsley. And then some cayenne pepper. The Iranian, they have cumin in it. So I'll add a little bit of cumin. Let me see if my cumin is here. Cumin, just a little bit more. And if you like spicy, you can add a little bit of spice. But for me, I like to add a bit of a sauce. So I'm going to add some barbecue sauce in here. Just about 2 tablespoons. And then you want to give this a mix. reason why I have this one, you're probably wondering, because I'm going to spread this on the bread. But first, let me give this a quick mix. You don't have to marinate this like 5-10 minutes. You can do it like immediately, and then you just make sure that you season them enough. So let me just give this a little taste. I probably want to put some light soy sauce. And a little bit of dark soy sauce. Just for the coloring purpose. Coloring purpose. So mix this until you are satisfied that it is evenly mixed. Then now, if you like to have some pepper, you can have some pepper too. Let me get some pepper. This is black pepper. I like a lot of pepper. White pepper works too, depending on what kind of meat that you are using. But I like to add more parsley, so more parsley. The flavors is really depending on yourself, how you want it. So if you don't like parsley and you have coriander at home, it works too. So in fact, coriander is better. So now you want to spread this on the bread. Okay, let me taste again. I think it's okay. So now let's put this aside, and then I'm going to spread this on the bread. I get a generous amount of the minced meat, and then instead of just putting them together, you know, the Iranian style, they put them like this, and then you know the bread is a bit too thick, so it's a risk that you might not cook this meat properly. So for me, I prefer this way. It's just like a hamburger, but except that it is open. You cook them openly. So let me just do a few more, and then I will start cooking this. I have one here, something like that, quite a bit of meat. Yep, and then another one. In Asia, we have a recipe whereby we put shrimps. I don't know how many of you have tasted this. It's called the shrimp toast. If you can find them at the dim sum. At the dim sum store, you have them on the like deep fried. So not really deep fried, like pan fried. So it's this method too. But now I put a little bit thick on the meat. So just 2 more, and then we can start frying this. So as you can see, the meat is about 500 grams. So you should be able to make 10 pieces altogether. Okay, so now one more, last one. This may be a bit strange. Hey, how come Esty is eating this for dinner today, right? So for me, I feel like Friday is the day when you come back from a hard day week. You know, you don't want to that like be slave in the kitchen, and you just want to just sit in front of the television and just chill out, have a drink maybe. We've not been drinking. We haven't been drinking like for 1 month plus now, 2 months. So for me, I feel like, I can live without it. So it's not necessary you have to drink on the weekend. Instead, we make ourselves some aronia berries and we drink. Okay, now I'm going to start off by heating up the pan. Over here, there's a lot of things in the way. So let me just heat up the pan with some oil. I'll just heat up the pan first. I still have a few more, but I'm not going to do it all at one shot because I know you guys, time is very precious. So we're not going to waste each other's time. So let me just show you the method so I could do this later all by myself peacefully. So what you can do is that you can do plenty of this, and then you just need to freeze them. You can put them in the freezer. So every time when you have gas or you have just feel like eating something at night as a snack, this is something that you can do on a Friday night, Saturday night, if you have visitor popping by. And what you do is you just take this and just defrost them beforehand, and after that it's ready to go. So if you like, you might want to put something on top, but I don't think so it's necessary. I'm just going to sprinkle some sesame oil, a sesame seed. Let me see if I can find my sesame seed. Sesame seed is very oriental, very Chinese. So I just show you the method. You can put whatever you want on top actually. So sesame seed, and just roll them top. Just, oops, oh, it came out. Okay, oh, okay. So maybe it's the egg is not. Okay, let me just reduce this a bit. If it's too hot, then this will burn. You don't want this to be too hot either, alright? So just making sure you have. You see, the hand is not dirty even. Okay, now I'm going to put this rolling one, and then followed by the next one. I can't see your comment. It's too fast because you haven't got the super chat. If you have a super chat, your comment will stay longer. So maybe you want to consider contributing to this channel by getting yourself into the super chat mode. So let me just put this together and I'll check your, let me just concentrate on this one, right? I will check your comment so I don't burn the rest. Let me get the plate. I think maybe the oil is a little bit too much. So this is the first one. I'm going to turn this. I think the oil was a bit too much. I'm going to remove some oil. Let me just remove some. Because I don't want the oil to be, I don't want the bread to soak up the oil. You just want to make sure that, you know, this is pan fried. think I'm going to turn this back again just to make sure that it is cooked properly. Okay, I think I'm going to flip this. This is not burnt, so it's perfect. So if you have a thinner slice of bread, it would be even better. So it's always good to experiment. Let me just check what did you just wrote to me. Maybe you should use 2 eggs instead of 1. I can get a super chat. You can. Oh, you can't get a super chat in Singapore. I see. By the way, who are you? Let me just see if I can flip this chat. Rebecca Poe. Hi, Rebecca. You are from Singapore. How nice. So, I have no idea why super chat is not allowed there. Well, you see, you can get super chat on this table. It says that you could get super chat. But anyway, I don't really care. But that's the thing I don't like about YouTube is that, you know, they want people to pay and then they want to get a sum of amount of it, which I think it's a little bit overbought. So it's slightly burnt. Oh, well. Wow, we hope that this is not too hot. Let me just reduce the temperature. I think 6 is okay in this case. But we'll just cook this slowly, right? Patiently. You guys, you know, I've been feeling a little bit not down, but a little bit disappointed lately because I don't know why some people, they are very impatient. I think I mentioned this once or twice earlier on. I can't change the world, right? I can't change the world. How people want to feel is their business. And some people, they just don't really appreciate like me putting up my time here and my recipes, and all they do is just complaining. You know, we have a lot of haters and trolls like that. I can understand that. But sometimes this kind of comment does really bring us as a content creator down a little bit. So I would really appreciate sometimes, you know, at least show a little bit of appreciation. I'm not asking you to put money in, just at least, you know, don't have to say things that are nasty, because I'm not the one who's reading this. You know, you have other people who's reading your comment too. And the one thing very good about YouTube is that they protect the content creators. They allow you to ban user, which means to say that if you are giving me a very nasty comment, I can ban you until other people will be banning you too. And then sooner or later, YouTube is going to come to the conclusion and say, okay, this person has been talking shit all the time to all the channel, and she's been pulling down all the channel. Why should we even keep them, right? So it is not my decision, but I think it will come to a point where YouTube will do this, because that's why they have this kind of banning thing going on. For me, I just feel like a little bit unfair, but you know, at this point, I feel like maybe it's not a bad idea to ban people from the channel. But I don't ban people, alright? I never ban people, even though I know that people are very nasty. I never ban them. I just feel like, you know, we should give people a chance and speak up for themselves. So now, this is done. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty brown. I'm going to put this camera around so you can see what I mean. Okay, as you can see, this bread is slightly brown on top, right? So if I flip this, you see it's slightly burned on the top. So you don't want this to burn. Oh, It's a little bit burnt, I feel, but it's edible. Just make sure that the meat is fully cooked before you eat them. Okay, I think this is fine to eat. So if you are Iranian, all right, you say this is not how we do it. All right, it's of course not the way that you guys do it. I'm not saying that the way you guys do is not good, but I just feel like, ask yourself, why should you take the risk, right? So I don't think so we should take the risk. Let me just cut this and show you guys how it looks inside. If I can bend the camera. Let me get my chopping board. Oh, it's a little bit hot. So I'm gonna take this one and just cut them. But guys, sometimes haters make us famous. I give you an example, right? I have a very bad video that I created some times ago. It was a garlic video. And I think some of you already heard that I've been talking about this video. You see, as you can see, this is not really cooked. That's why I said we shouldn't trust recipes that are, we have to cook this longer time, but in a lower heat, so that this could cook properly. So what I will do now is that I'm going to cut all this into rectangular and prove to you that why you should do this method instead of the traditional Iranian method. I don't want you guys to fall sick, yeah? So you can see this is not really done. So you just imagine if there's 2 pieces of bread in between the meat, how could it be cooked, right? So it's good that I try this method like this, so I know that it doesn't work. All right, this is much better. I think this is much better, but still, I would want to eat this. I would want to put them on the pan and just fry them for a while more. Let's go to the pan. And let me just fry this a while more. Okay, I'm going to fry it this way. And later, I'm going to fry it the other way too and let this cook. Make sure, right guys? Sometimes, we have to use our common sense too. Sometimes recipe, they may look like too good to be true, like so easy, right? So that is why I'm doing live streaming, so that you guys see the real situation, that you don't make the same mistake I do. Or sometimes some channel, they doing things and then after that they realize that, oh, this is not edible, and they don't mention it. So this is really bad. That is why live streaming, cooking program has to be live streamed, so that we know that this recipe actually works or not, right? So take a look here. I think this is better, yeah, but I don't want to take chance. I'm just going to cook this and make sure that it's really edible. I'm just going to try another one. Okay, now this is cooked. This is cooked. Okay, this is cooked. So I'm just going to turn this again, making sure that they are cooked through. As you can see, the bread is really soft. Okay, if you're afraid of heat, Don't do like me using the hand, all right? Use a tong or a grip, something to grip your hand. For me, I'm not, my hand is really like a superwoman. Sometimes LG was thinking, hey, how come you can touch hot thing, on the microwave? Sometimes I use a plate and then I can warm it in the microwave like for 3 minutes, and then I can just barely bear up the whole plate without any problem. But for him, if he were to warm up more than 1.5 minutes, he cannot hold the plate. I'm not saying that he's not that good, but I'm just curious because I think my hand can withstand heat better than his. I think some people is even super powerful, because just like my sister, when she cooked, after she have eaten, and she quickly washed the plate or the bowl, and you can still see the smoke coming out from the bowl. So you just imagine how hot is the bowl. So maybe I have that gene. I don't know. I just hope that this, yeah, you see, this is so good now. Okay. All right. So just make sure you want to cook this. You see, when you squeeze a little bit, let me just zoom and show you what I mean. All right. You zoom in. You get a super. Okay, let me just zoom in. All right. You see. See, there's some water coming out. It is actually from the meat. So that's one way you could check that it's very juicy, the meat. Okay, this is almost dry. This one is almost dry. So it means that this is fully cooked already. Okay, so let's check this again. Okay, I think it's done. Let me just move this onto the plate. Moving this to the side, and let's go and have a chat. So look at that. Look at this, guys. It's maybe if you want, you don't need to use the sesame seed. For me, I like the taste of the sesame seed, but not when it is burnt. So take a look inside. You see, it's fully cooked. And let me give this a bite and see. Definitely worthwhile trying. Okay, so this may be something for you guys if you like this, and let me know if you like this. I'm trying to get out of this bean. Okay, if you like this, I'd love to hear from you, and let me know what you think about this. Overall, I find that if you want to give point to this dish, I would say between 7-8 points. It's actually quite nice. So if you like a lot of cheese, you can do that too. Put some more cheese. I would do that because I still feel like I have too little cheese, and because I don't have so much cheese in the refrigerator, so I wish I have more. Okay, no, now we are going to enjoy the dinner, and we're going to be watching movie. We are watching a Swedish criminal movie on Netflix this few days, and I want to continue to watch until maybe the end of the episode, then I'm satisfied. So it will be late night to me, for us today. So this is perfectly good if you have like a late night, you don't want to cook, you want to just chill out in front of the sofa, and then take this out when you feel like it. You can drink this with a beer or a glass of wine, but we probably will be just taking it easy tonight. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, give a thumbs up, yeah, and let me know if you have tried this. How's the result? See you. Bye bye.